वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं संसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं संसते हस्तात् तच्चैव परिदह्यते वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं संसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते. First we'll read the word by word meaning. Vepatuhu, trembling of the body. Cha, also. Sharire, on the body. Me, my. Roma harsha, standing of hair on end. Cha, also. Jayate, is taking place. Gandivam, the bow of Arjun. Shramsate, is slipping. Hasta, from the hand. Twak, skin. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Paridahyate, is burning. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandiv is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. Please repeat after me. My whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on end. My bow Gandiv is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. Purport. There are two kinds of trembling of the body and two kinds of standings of the hair on end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual ecstasy or out of great fear. Under material conditions, there is no fear in the transcendental realization. Arjun's symptoms in this situation are out of material fear, namely loss of life. This is evident from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that his famous bow, Gandhi, was slipping from his hands, and because his heart was burning within him, he was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to a material conception of life. Before we understand the meaning and the deeper aspects of the shloka, let's say blessings of the Guru Parampara. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलम् श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Hare Krishna. We welcome everyone for this Saturday Satsang program, wherein we are reading from the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 29. Vepathuscha sharire me roma harshascha jayate gandivam sramsate hastat tvakachaiva paridahyate. So obviously, if we observe the symptoms of Arjun, what does it indicate to us? He is fearful. Now, Arjun is technically speaking one of the greatest archers who has lived on this universe among the three universes, among the three lokas. So, it is very uncharacteristic of Arjun to feel fearful. Was Arjun fearful for his own life? No. He was fearful for the life of his loved ones, especially when he was brought in front of Bhishma Pitamaha and Guru Drona. This particular thing was, this emotion was triggered in the mind of Arjun. Till such time, he was completely gung-ho about going to the war. He was recollecting how Duryodhan and Shakuni Mama, how they cheated Yudhishthir Maharaj and took away their kingdom. How, because of that particular episode, they lost the kingdom. Their wife, Draupadi Devi, she was humiliated in the whole Sabha. All these things Arjun was contemplating in his mind, thinking of how Dushasan had pulled the hair of Draupadi Devi when she was in a single cloth, and in the process humiliated her to such an extent that even the most commonest of a woman would not be humiliated. And she, in spite of being a Samradni, an empress of such a huge kingdom, she had to go through these things. So Arjun had all those thoughts in his mind very much there. But the moment he was brought in front of his weak points, that is in the form of Bhishmadev and Drona, and that compassion led to him feeling compassionate to any and everybody, of whether those warriors who was fighting on his side or whether they were fighting on the side of the Duryodhan. And so much so that Gandiv, which was something like a life and soul for him, that Gandiv, that bow, it was almost like a extended arm of Arjun. And that Gandiv was slipping from his hand. Right? So, let's understand a little bit about the significance of this bow, Gandiv. So much so that it finds a reference in the Bhagavad Gita itself. Right? Now, when we read about the previous shlokas from 1.1 until now, we have heard about a lot of warriors, right? What are some of the warriors that we have heard of? Duryodhan mentions about first the warriors on the side of Pandavas and then on the side of the Kauravas also. So who are some of the warriors? Do we recollect? Drushtaketu Chaikitana Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojascha Shaibhyascha Nurapungavan and Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujascha Viryavan Draupado Draupadeyascha Sarvashaha Prithivipate. And there is a big list of all warriors. Then he also enlists the warriors on the side of Duryodhan as well, right? And there he finds the mention of the like of Bhishma, Drona, Pramukhta, Sarvesham cha Mahikshitan. Sorry, no, that comes later. When Duryodhan is enlisting, he is enlisting all the warriors from his side. Apart from that, few inanimate objects find a reference in that list. Do we recollect? What are they? Conches. So, what are the names of the conches? Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Pandram Dadmau Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrukodaraha Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthira Nakulah Sahadevascha Sugosha Mani Pushpakau. So out of the several things that find an enlisting in those things that are of importance on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. There were warriors, then there were these inanimate things, objects, out of which conch was there. What was the next one of important object that is mentioned? Krishna brings Arjun sitting on that thing. Ratha. So Ratha is another object that we hear about in the Bhagavad Gita. And then comes the mention of this bow Gandhi. So out of those millions of warriors who were there on the battlefield, and out of the several equipments that were there on the battlefield, there are just 6 things mentioned over here. 7 things, objects, inanimate objects that are mentioned. 5 conches of the 8 of them. 5 conches of the 5 Pandavas, 1 conch of Krishna, Rath of Arjun, and the 8th object is this Gandhi bow. So we can understand the significance that this Gandhi, it finds a reference. Otherwise, they could have, Bhagwan could have just said that the bow is slipping out of the hand, right? No. Bhagavan is specifically mentioning the name Gandivam Sramsate Hastat. He is not saying Dhanushya Sramsate Hastat. He could have very easily said, right? Why? Let's go to a little bit of a background. So, when after the Hastinapur was divided into 2 kingdoms. One part was Hastinapur and another part was Khandavan. Right? Duryodhan, he very smartly thought that he will give that completely barren land and also a very dense forest to the Pandavas when this division of the kingdom happened. And he was under the impression that nothing can be done by Pandavas. I have such an opulent and affluent kingdom in the form of the Hastinapur, and I will give something that is worthless to the Pandavas. Right? But just look at the arrangements and the sequence of the events that happened. One day, Agnidev, when he had participated in the yajna by Veshika king. Veshika king, he had offered a lot of gruth, clarified butter, ghee in the yajna, and Agnidev, he ate a lot of it. And since he ate a lot of it, his stomach was upset. Right? What helps us to digest the food in our stomach? Fire, right? It is called as Jathar Agni. Jathar means stomach and Agni means fire. And that fire personified. Agnidev himself, he had trouble with his own stomach. He who helps us to digest the food, his own stomach was upset. Can you imagine the irony? And he was at a very unease because of that thing. And all the medicinal herbs that were necessary for his taking care of the trouble he was having in his stomach was available in the Khandavan. So Agnidev, he was trying to eat the medicinal herbs in the Khandavan. Incidentally, in the Khandavan, also lived Takshak. Takshak was friends with Indradev. So every time Agnidev would try to eat the Khandav one, Indradev would send his thunderbolt, and they would send Varsha Devi, so there would be rainfall, and Agnidev was just not able to eat the Khandav one, the medicinal herbs. So he was very upset. At that time, Agnidev approached Arjun and Krishna that you please help me to eat these medicinal herbs that are there in this Khandav one so that I can get rid of my upset stomach. At that time, Arjun, he created a complete dome of arrows around the whole of the Khandav one, so that not a drop of water would fall on the Khandav one. And both of them, Krishna and Arjun, both of them, they got divine wrath from Agnidev to assist him in that. Okay, so when Arjun got this divine duty of protecting the health of Agnidev, Agnidev, he was very happy with Arjun that he obliged his request to help him. So Arjun requested that you give me a bow, a divine bow, and also give me a quiver, the store of the arrows, which is inexhaustible. So Agnidev obliged him and he gave those things. And Arjun, he did the right use of that bow and arrow, the Gandiv and the arrows, by creating a dome around the whole of the Khandav one. Apart from that, the Divya Rathas that were received by both Krishna and Arjun, and it is said that the chakra, Sudarshan chakra, was also gifted at that time, though it is an eternal associate of Krishna. In that particular life or avatar of Krishna, that Sudarshan chakra was gifted to him by Agnidev as well. And it is said that both of them, they went around the whole of the Khandav one at such a speed to ensure that not a single entity escapes out of the Khandav one, and that helps to clear the trouble that Agnidev is having. Right? So, this Gandiv, it was previously owned by Devas, Soma, and then it came to Arjun through Agnidev. It actually belonged to Varun Dev at the last, just before it was owned by Arjun. And those raths, they were so fast that when they were going around the Khandav one, it appeared as if one single rath is just going around. It was appearing so fast. Both of them, they were swapping their positions so fast going around. And when this whole Khandav one, Khandav Daha was happening, at that time, only a very, very few entities or few persons were allowed to escape out of the Khandav one. And one of the such personalities was Mayasur, right? Mayadana. He is the one later on who helped. He was an architect by profession, and he is the one who helped to build the Indraprastha Mahal, the palace of Yudhishthir Maharaj. And it is said that it has such wonderful, amazing decor that it has a lot of illusory stuff. We have heard of the story of Duryodhan falling into an illusory looking floor, which was actually a pond. He could not differentiate between the floor and the pond, and he landed up going into falling into the pond, right? So all these exceptional gifts that were given to Arjun when he was doing the penances, and this Gandhi was one of those things. And it became so synonymous with Arjun that whenever Arjun would go anywhere, this Gandhi would always be there. And for a Kshatriya, his weapon is a part of his own body. It's his own pride. And he became so attached and so reliant on the bow Gandhi that subconsciously he had taken a vow that whoever either dishonors the Gandhi or who asks me to give up my Gandhi, I will kill that person. Such a dangerous, such a deadly vow he had taken, and lo and behold, there is nobody taking that Gandhi from him. He himself is giving up the Gandhi. He himself is feeling like the Gandhi is slipping out of his hands. So, why is this happening? Fear. Where does the fear reside? The fear resides in the mind. So compassion is giving rise to the fear, and what is that fear associated with? The fear is associated with anxiety, but that fear is associated in terms of whose death is he worried about? Of his loved ones, right? So Arjun, in spite of being a very devout devotee, momentarily he forgot the whole purpose of he coming to the battle. He was trying to associate his bodily relations to his purpose of life. And there is a very elaborate subsequent discussions which I don't want to spoil the suspense that will be coming subsequently. So we just understand that when our mind reels on the material objects and we get into a bodily conception of our own life, then our mind reels on the things which are completely insignificant. So much so that Arjun in this particular case was willing to even give up his bow Gandhi, right? Now, I gave the explanation of the importance of how important this Gandhi was before this war. Now, let's fast forward to another event also during the war of the Kurukshetra, wherein it was the 17th day of the war. All the major commanders from Duryodhan's side, they were killed, and Karna had assumed the position of the commander of the Duryodhana's army. And Karna, being a very, very powerful warrior, he decimated the whole army of the Pandavas, including Yudhishthir Maharaj. He very severely and seriously wounded him, and he very badly humiliated him. The only thing, Yudhishthir Maharaj did not die on that particular day in that battle was Karna was also a person of integrity. He had given assurance to Krishna and Kunti Devi as well that eventually there will be 5 Pandavas before and after the war. Right? Since he himself was also a Panduputra, he said that I will kill only Arjun. And that is the only reason Yudhishthir Maharaj survived that day. So you can imagine how much humiliation it would have caused to Yudhishthir Maharaj that he was badly wounded, and in order to protect Yudhishthir Maharaj, the rest of the brothers, Bhima and everyone, they took him back to their shivir, their camp. Now, when Arjun got to know, he was at that time fighting on another front. When Arjun got to know that his brother Yudhishthir Maharaj has been seriously wounded, he was engaging the rest of the warriors. He came back to the camp to see how Yudhishthir Maharaj was doing. So when Arjun came back, at that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj was very, very happy to see Arjun. He was under the impression that Arjun has killed Karna and that particular day's battle is over, and that is why he is back in the camp. And he started praising Arjun wholeheartedly. That was the time where Arjun clarified that Karna is still alive and he hasn't fought the battle with Karna yet. He came to check upon the health of Yudhishthir Maharaj, and that is why he is back in the camp. At that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj was infuriated like crazy. He was so upset with Arjun that he criticized Arjun, he chastised Arjun, so much so that he called him a napunsak, a eunuch. He said that you are useless person. You have left Karna there living on the battlefield and you have come here. He has killed already so many of the warriors on our side, and you have left them unprotected and you have come here to see me. You are not worthy of the Gandiv that you are carrying. At that time, Arjun was so infuriated, and he recollected his vow that anybody who insults his bow Gandiv and asks him to give up his bow Gandiv, he is going to kill. So now he was in a dilemma. What to do about this? If he keeps his vow, then he has to kill Yudhishthir Maharaj. If he doesn't keep his vow, he has to give up his life. Right? Because all the Kshatriyas, they were the men of word. Their words, they had certain value. Pran jaye par vachan na jaye. Right? We know that famous adage in Hindi, that they will lay down their lives, but they will not let their word go waste. So at that time, it was a big dharma sankat for Arjun. What to do about killing of Yudhishthir Maharaj. How can I do that? So who came the savior? Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna, he suggested a way out, that when you chastise your seniors, you criticize them, talk ill to them, it is as bad as killing your seniors. So you do one thing, you chastise Yudhishthir Maharaj, so that your vow of killing Yudhishthir Maharaj would be completed. So, taking the suggestion from Bhagavan Krishna, Arjun chastised his brother left, right, and center. He said, "You are such a foolish person that you gambled away your own brothers, your whole kingdom, your own wife, because of which we are in this humiliating condition today. Because of you, this whole war is taking place. Otherwise, nobody would have had to face this war." And he said lot of harsh and very heart-stinging words to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj was pained a lot because of this whole thing. But that saved the life of Yudhishthir Maharaj. Now, after Arjun had done this whole exercise of chastising Yudhishthir Maharaj, he himself felt extremely bad that how could he have spoken such a harsh words to Yudhishthir Maharaj. After saying such harsh words, his life is not worth living. And he said that it's better that I do a suicide. My life is not worth living it. Let me better go back by giving up my life. So Bhagavan Krishna was in puzzle. You take out Pandavas out of one problem and they keep on creating one problem after another for themselves. So at that time, again Krishna guided Arjun. You do one thing, you do self-praise. Self-praise is worse than giving up one's own life. It's worse than suicide. So you do one thing, you self-praise yourself. So hearing from Krishna, Arjun, he praised himself, and I am such a great warrior. I am the owner of such a wonderful chariot which has been given to me by Agnidev. My Gandiva is defenseless. Nobody can fight me when I have my bow Gandiv, and so on and so forth. And he did a lot of self-praise. And at the end, he felt so pitiful of himself that I had to praise myself. And he felt as if he was dead in the process. And that is how Bhagavan Krishna, he helped to protect Arjun as well as Yudhishthir Maharaj. So just imagine the importance of this Gandiv. For this Gandiv, Arjun was ready to even kill his elder brother, who was like a father to him, because none of them, they had the love of their father, because when they were very, very young, Pandu Maharaj, he had gone back to Godhead. So it was Yudhishthir Maharaj who had looked after all the younger brothers. And to such a person, Arjun was ready to kill. And that same Arjun, because of the weakness of his mind, he was unable to hold on to that Gandhi. And at such times, when the mind is reeling, who can help us? Only Bhagavan Krishna can help us. When we engage our mind, body, and soul in the service of Krishna, we see the purpose of our life very clearly, and we are able to act against all the odds. And we all know that subsequently Arjun acted as per the guidance of Krishna, and we all know the end of the battle. But it's such a beautiful suspense that, in spite of knowing, we keep feel like hearing it again and again. And that's the beauty of the all our scriptures, all our Hindu and Sanatan literatures. That in spite of hearing, would have heard of the Katha of Mahabharata, the Katha of Ramayana, and so many other our pastimes n number of times, and but still we keep on hearing them again and again, and they are still as melodious, as sweet as any time. Now, very few times such opportunities like what came to Arjun come our way, right? And one such opportunity is to serve Krishna is coming our way very, very soon. What is coming? Damodar month. Kartik Mas is coming. Right? Kartik Mas, unlike the very difficult task of what Krishna gave to Arjun, where Arjun had to fight battle at the cost of his own life, at the cost of the lives of his near and dear ones, any and everyone, such difficult service was given to Arjun by Bhagavan Krishna. But what service we are getting? In the form of Kartik Mas and in the Damodar month, we just light one lamp, one ghee lamp. Whatever mercy, whatever blessings, and whatever well wishes from Bhagwan came to Arjun for fighting such a great battle, all those things are available to us just by offering one lamp to Bhagwan Krishna in the form of his Damodar Roop, where we show the lamp to Bhagavan, and it is said that we get the blessings and the punya of doing the Ashwamedha Yajnas 100 times. Who are the people, who are the warriors who have done the Ashwamedha Yajna? Who we are know? Lord Ram did. Who else? Yudhishthir Maharaj did. There was one more personality who was very close to doing it. Who knows it? He did it 99 times. Prithu Maharaj. He had done the Ashwamedha Yajna 99 times. If he would have done one more time, he would have achieved the position of Indradev. Right? So there are only a very, very few personalities who have got the opportunity to do that Ashwamedha Yajna 100 times, out of which Bhagavan Ram is there, Yudhishthir Maharaj is there, and such thing we have the opportunity of getting that same punya, that same blessings by just showing one lamp. Right? So we will briefly understand that process of offering the lamp to Bhagavan. During the Kartik Mass is like a spiritual sale. We get a lot of blessings, we get a lot of mercy, and a lot of opportunities of service. Generally, we all of us, we come here for seeking each other's association. But this Damodar month, we go to any and every house. They offer to open their house for seeking the association of the devotees for praying to Bhagwan Damodar. Okay. So I'll request Suresh Prabhu to briefly. You're showing something, right? Okay. So once we are closer to the Kartik Mass and we start doing it, start contemplating now on the Kartik Mass and the services that are coming to us. The devotees will reach out to you to ask whether you would want to host the Damodar at your home. So we would target to do the Damodar Arati at every house in our congregation as far as possible, except for the Sunday evening when we do it over here. All the other days, I encourage each one of you to volunteer to do the Damodar Seva at your home. Okay, so we'll stop over here today. If, yeah, okay. Damodar month is starting on 7th of October and ending on 5th of November. So I encourage everyone to take up the sevas. The first day of Damodar on 7th October, we'll be celebrating at Suresh Prabhu and Rajagauri Mataji's home. And from then onwards, I encourage everyone